I am 87 years old male. I never paid attention to what you call VO2 max as the single fitness number. I reached the age of 87 by doing my own exercise of choice that puts emphasis in life enjoyment while exercising. At the same time, engaging in social interaction and mental stimulation. Life to me is not just about exercise, science, statistics, or matrix. My priority is to enjoy life before it's too late. Because no matter what, you will die, but did you enjoy life? We read this 3 times. And then we argued about it. Because, on one hand, we've built this entire channel around the science, the data, the studies, the metrics. And VO2 max is one of the most robustly supported longevity predictors in the literature. On the other hand, this man is 87 years old. He is by every observable measure thriving, and he has never once tracked a fitness metric in his life. So either the science is wrong, or the science is incomplete. I think it's incomplete. And today I want to show you exactly what's missing, because it might be the most important thing we've ever published on this channel. In about 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the actual numbers behind joy and longevity, and some of them are so specific, so large, that they stopped me cold when I first read them. Stay with me for that. Here at Golden Years Pulse, we take science seriously. Every claim we make is backed by peer-reviewed research, and the science on VO2 max is genuinely compelling. Studies from the Mayo Clinic and the American Heart Association consistently show that higher cardiorespiratory fitness is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live. A low VO2 max puts you in a higher risk category for cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, and early mortality. That's real. That's important. We stand by that. But here's what the same body of research also shows, and this is where the story gets genuinely interesting. The scientists who champion VO2 max as a longevity marker. Their own data shows that people who experience consistent joy, strong social bonds, and mental engagement live significantly longer lives, not as a replacement for fitness. In addition to it, and what our 87-year-old commenter may not realize is that he didn't ignore the science. He lived it, just without the spreadsheet. What I'm about to show you is 85 years of data from Harvard Medical School, and the finding, the single variable that predicted who would be healthiest at 80, was not what any researcher expected. When the study began in 1938, let's go through the evidence, because this isn't soft philosophy, this is hard science. The Harvard study of adult development is the longest-running study on human happiness and health ever conducted. Started in 1938, followed 724 men, eventually expanded to include their spouses and over 1,300 of their descendants. 85 years of data, asking one question: what actually determines how well we age? The answer? The people who were most satisfied in their relationships at age 50 were the healthiest at age 80. Not the ones with the best cholesterol, not the ones who exercised the most, the ones with the warmest, most meaningful human connections. The study's director, Dr. Robert Waldinger, put it plainly: loneliness kills. It's as powerful as smoking or alcoholism. That's Harvard Medical School. That's 85 years of longitudinal data. That is not a self-help book. There's a number coming in about 30 seconds that I want you to specifically watch for. It quantifies what loneliness does to your body in a way that is very hard to hear and very hard to forget. Let's put numbers on joy. A meta-analysis covering 35 separate studies found that happiness reduces mortality risk by 18%. People with strong social connections have a 50% greater likelihood of living longer than those who are socially. Loneliness is now classified as being as dangerous to your physical health as smoking 15 cigarettes per day. That's not from a wellness blog. That's from the World Health Organization's Commission on Social Connection, published in 2025. Meanwhile, happy people live, on average, 7 to 10 years longer than their less joyful peers. And regular exercise increases happiness levels by up to 30%, while adding up to 4 years to life expectancy. You see what's happening here? The man who commented on our video, the one who said he exercises for joy, for social interaction, for mental stimulation. He wasn't ignoring the science. He was embodying it. The blue zones are the 5 regions of the world where people routinely live past 100. Researchers have spent decades studying what these centenarians share. Yes, they move their bodies. Yes, they eat largely plant-based diets. But the factors that appear in every single blue zone, without exception, a sense of purpose, tight-knit community, and deep enjoyment of daily life. In Okinawa, they call it ikigai, a reason to wake up in the morning. Research suggests that a clear sense of purpose is associated with up to 7 extra years of life expectancy. 7 years from joy, from purpose, from connection, that's not a rounding error. That's a decade of your life. We're about halfway through this video, and what's coming in the second half is the framework that ties VO2 Max and joy together in a way that makes both of them more powerful. If you're new to this channel, this is what we do. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we take the best research in longevity science and make it actually usable. No products, no sponsors shaping what we say, just the science. If that's the kind of content you want more of, hit subscribe right now. It takes 2 seconds, and the video going up Thursday is one of the most practically important ones we've made. Okay, the framework, this one changes how you think about everything. So let's put this together, because I think the longevity space has been telling an incomplete story. And here's the framework I want you to walk away with today. Think of your body as a car. VO2 Max, cardiovascular fitness, muscle strength, metabolic health. These are your engine. A powerful engine means you can go farther, faster, and handle the hills of aging without breaking down. It's essential, but we will keep talking about it. But an engine without fuel doesn't move. Joy, social connection, mental stimulation, purpose, meaning. These are your fuel. You can have a perfect engine, optimal VO2 max, ideal blood markers, excellent grip strength, and still be running on empty. We've all met that person, biologically optimized, but hollowed out. And on the flip side, our 7-year-old commenter may have a less than perfect engine by clinical metrics, but he is full of fuel. He exercises for joy. He connects with people while he moves. He engages his mind. He has a philosophy about life that gives him a reason to get up in the morning. The science doesn't contradict him. The science confirms him. In 2024, researchers from the University of Bristol studied what they called happiness habits, simple daily practices linked to sustained well-being. Participants who maintained these habits experienced a 10 to 15% improvement in well-being, sustained over 1 to 2 years. The lead researcher made an analogy that's perfect for this audience. It's like going to the gym. We can't do one class and be fit forever. We have to continuously work on our mental health. There it is. The engine and the fuel both require daily maintenance. I want to come back to the man who started all of this. What he said next, after the part about joy and social connection, is something I've been thinking about since we first read it. I want to read it to you one more time, because the second time lands differently. He's 87 years old. He has lived through decades that most of us have only read about. He has accumulated a kind of wisdom that no study can fully capture. And what did he choose to tell a longevity channel with thousands of subscribers? Not his cholesterol numbers, not his resting heart rate, not his grip strength. He told us about joy, about social connection, about mental engagement, about asking the most important question any of us will ever face. Did you enjoy life? Now, I want to be careful here, because at Golden Years Pulse, we don't abandon the science. VO2 Max matters. Metabolic health matters. Strength training matters. We'll keep building on all of it. But I think this man gave us something more valuable than a metric. He gave us a reminder of what the metrics are. For we optimize our VO2 max so we can climb the stairs to see our grandchildren. We build muscle so we can carry groceries, go on trips, live independently. We work on cardiovascular health so we can show up fully for the people and experiences we love. The science is the how, the joy is the why. And when you lose the why, the how stops mattering. So what does this actually look like on a Monday morning? Here are 5 shifts, each one backed by the research that bring the engine and the fuel together into a single daily practice. The 5th one is the one most people never think to. Do 5 shifts. Let's go. 1. Move in ways you actually enjoy. The best exercise is the one you will do consistently. Research is unambiguous. Adherence beats optimization. A daily walk you love beats a HIIT session you dread and eventually quit. Our 87-year-old commenter understood this intuitively, and the data backs him completely. The point three is the one that most people in the longevity space consistently underestimate, and the research on it is more specific than most people realize. Don't skip it. 2. Move with other people when you can. Social exercise compounds the benefits. You get the cardiovascular advantage and the connection advantage simultaneously. Walking groups, dance classes, pickleball, swimming with a friend, these aren't just enjoyable. They're biologically powerful in two distinct ways at once. 3. Learn something new regularly. Mental stimulation is not optional for longevity. It's structural. Learning new skills, engaging in creative work, staying genuinely curious. These build what neuroscientists call cognitive reserve, a biological buffer against age-related cognitive decline. The brain that is challenged regularly is the brain that ages most gracefully. 4. Audit your relationships. The Harvard study didn't say have more friends. It said have warmer, more meaningful connections. Quality over quantity, always. Here's a practical question worth sitting with. Who in your life leaves you feeling more alive after you spend time with them? That's your data. Invest there deliberately. 5. Find your why. Call it ikigai. Call it purpose. Call it a reason to get out of bed with anticipation rather than obligation. Research from the Blue Zones consistently shows this single factor may add years to your life, not because it's magical, but because purpose drives behavior, and behavior, sustained over decades, is what health actually is. Remember the question I asked at the beginning? Whether the science was wrong or just incomplete, here's my answer. We started this channel because we believe the science of longevity is one of the most exciting fields of human knowledge, and we still believe that. But today, a man who has never once tracked his VO2 max reminded us of something essential. Science helps us understand how to live longer. Joy gives us the reason to. The data shows that happy people live 7 to 10 years longer, that strong social connections reduce mortality risk by 50%, that purpose may add years to your life, that loneliness is as dangerous as a pack of cigarettes a day. So the question was never, should I optimize my body or enjoy my life? The real question is, how do I build a life where optimizing my body and enjoying my life are the same thing? To the man who left that comment. Thank you. We meant every word when we replied, and we hope, wherever you are, that you're out there doing exactly what you described, exercising for joy, connecting with people, stimulating your mind, and enjoying every single day. If this video shifted something in how you think about longevity, not just as a number, but as a practice, I'd genuinely love for you to subscribe. We publish 3 times a week. Every video is built on the same foundation as this one: serious research, honest questions, and content that's actually designed to change what you do, not just what you know. And if you have a story like his about how you've approached aging in your own way, leave it in the comments. We read every single one. Some of the best content on this channel has come from those comments. We'll see you Tuesday.